Hey everybody, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we are Diary of a Family.
And we are living life intentionally with you guys.
We have had quite the past couple days. We were all set up to go boondocking at Lake Meredith National Recreation Area.
So stoked about going. Grandma's with us. We're gonna camp on the beach, enjoy the area, get some swimming in.
Yeah.
And we're not doing that. We didn't get to move. We're still stuck in a gravel parking lot. We are trying to go boondocking, and as we try to pack up, all of a sudden I'm having trouble with the slides. Low power, it seemed like. They just rolled in really slowly and wouldn't do the clicking at the end like they normally do. Now we can't even get the jacks to raise. Garrett's looking at the fuses right now. What do you think?
Well, there's an indicator up there. So it's saying something about haul power is short to ground.
Electrical issues are not fun because we don't know that much about trailer electrical stuff. We haven't had any problems, and our rig isn't but not even a year old yet. And Garrett's gonna call Todd from Two Beards and a Babe and see if he can figure out what the matter is. So we've checked the battery connections and the water in the batteries. It's not the batteries are fine. We figured out that it's some sort of electrical problem. It's messing with our slides, although the slides are in, but it's also messing with our leveling system. We cannot get the jacks up. Garrett's working on it. We have a call in to Todd. We are researching. Error left jack. Or hold retract to auto retract. But then when you do it, it starts to, and then it shuts completely off.
When you're getting that error message, because we're getting a left front jack fault, check harness connections at controller and at jack. That's the connection. I'm not seeing any.
Okay, let's put it back. That's not it. So now where do we go?
I wanted to interject something real quick. While I was editing this video. You might ask, why didn't we just have a mechanic come out and look at what the problem was? We're about 45 plus minutes from Amarillo. That really kind of makes it hard to get any kind of mechanic out here. And because we were dealing with warranty issues on our trailer, we wanted to have someone that is either Lippert certified or a Grand Design certified tech come out and take a look at it. We had Todd from Two Beards and a Babe willing to help us over the phone, and we were hoping that it was just a loose connection or something that we could fix it and get on the road. Let's get back to the video.
Oh.
See that white box straight up on the ceiling?
The white box here?
Well, it has a whole bunch of wires connected to it.
Yeah.
And then fuses on it.
Okay. Okay, it says left front, right mid, right rear, left mid. So it's this one, this first one. It's nice that it's well. Is it bad? So, yeah, we're still working on it. Hi. Hi. You guys getting hot in the sun?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, I see. The wiring looks good. I don't see any issues with connections and stuff. Okay. All right. Do we want to reset the... It says... Press this button 6 times and hold down on the 7th. Press until lights start to flash. And then use the normal slide control switch located inside the coach to retract room. But we're not having problems with the room. If we reset it and then try to slide, if it's working normal, then we'll try that one. What button is it again?
To the right hand side of where those flashing lights are, there's a little round.
All right, that's done. It's not flashing anymore. It's still acting the same way.
Okay.
And our battery says it's full. Let's see if it's done anything to change the... I mean, I don't understand why we can't bring up the jacks. It's still error left jack. Like it won't let you do any of the selecting. So we haven't fixed anything. We just shut off the light in here. It's flashing again. It's still flashing 9. Garrett is on the phone with the RV company that sold us the rig, seeing if we can't get some help.
So a conversation with Todd, I asked if the auto level and the slide operation are controlled together, and he said they are both 12 volt going into the breaker panel box.
So it's still a mystery, but we'll keep working on it.
Yep. I asked about when we retract it manually, we push the buttons in and all the buttons light up and then it powers off. I have not figured out why it's doing that.
We have a change. It's not going off now, and he is able to retract them manually. They're both going up, yay! Woohoo! They're coming up. Woohoo! The thing is, did that fix our slide issue? No, I'm seeing that we're still having our red light blink. 8, 9. So that's still the hall power short to ground. Alright, that doesn't sound good. Is it only letting you do it? Update. I think we might have found the problem. We actually shut off the shore power here from our pedestal and went into the rig and checked the battery level. Now, when we were hooked up to shore power, it read full. And now it reads empty. I think, even though we just checked our batteries and they're full of liquid and the connections are all perfect and they're like brand new batteries, well, I guess they're a year old. They're bad, maybe. I don't know, they looked fine to me. Okay, so both the slides and the leveling system are the biggest amp draw on the 12 volt battery. So yes, you would see problems there first if there was a low output. I just never thought that the power that was coming from our pedestal was going through the batteries. Check your breaker panel box to make sure your converter breaker is engaged and not flipped off. Garrett hasn't eaten and it's almost 2, so I can look for something that's labeled converter, right? I'm smart enough. Refrigerator, opt exterior micro, converter. It doesn't look flipped. Do you want me to flip it? Okay.
Okay.
And I heard the refrigerator mess around. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if that helped any.
Yeah, it wasn't flipped. Carolyn saw the converter and said it wasn't flipped.
I've turned it off and flipped it back on. The refrigerator, and then changed back to its normal sound.
Yeah.
We are narrowing down what it might be. We're gonna keep working on these issues. I mean, each one that we knock off, it's not the converter, it's possibly the batteries. There it is, all the stuff in our basement. So what is that black box on the floor?
It's an automatic transfer switch.
Where's the fuse that we're supposed to change?
He said look to the left of that.
It's just wires and hoses. I see a couple.
Are you still plugged into shore power?
Yeah, we probably should turn that off.
Well, that's fine. Do you hear a fan running over there?
No
with the,
fan.
No fan.
No
No.
fan.
Okay, so yeah, then there's going to be 2 of those buzz fuses, what I call buzz fuses, right up front.
I see 2 fuses. They're red, say 40 on them.
Pull out either one of those, check those, and see if they're connected or not.
The box is making a weird noise
It's
now.
high pitched. We got our
Voltage meter.
voltage meter. Thank you, Napa Auto Parts. And back to the trailer to see if we can't test some outlets to see what's going on and whether it's the power to our converter. So it's 3 o'clock and we are still working on figuring out where our power problem is. Does that mean there's 24 volts coming out of there?
I think so. It's been a long time since I've used one of these.
Please press 1. If you are a retail customer, press 2.
Tell you, I am very tired now. I I did not expect to spend my first day off being an electrical mechanic for our home.
Take that and connect it to the right. It's a prong.
So it goes down inside there.
Yeah. After going through all of that, pretty much all day long,
Tearing the trailer apart, crawling into the inner belly, getting scrapes on our knees.
we decided to hook the truck up to the 12-volt power and see if we could have any change in our system.
Lo and behold, everything worked perfectly. So what does that mean?
It means that we have a bad converter. The converter takes the shore power and converts it to the 12-volt battery power.
So our batteries were probably pretty
low. We found a temporary workaround until we can get our trailer in for service. Here is what we came up with. We ended up buying a battery charger from Walmart that can charge marine, RV, any kind of battery. And we hooked it up in sequence so that both batteries are getting charged. And then this is acting as our converter at the moment. This is providing and keeping these batteries topped off. One thing we did notice after hooking this up and the batteries are all charged, none of our lights are flickering anymore, which, thinking about it now, it actually makes a lot of sense. The batteries were basically starving. All the different components in the trailer that use the batteries were not getting enough power. And so that's why we're getting flickering and other issues in our trailer. It's something that we really didn't notice until all of a sudden, oh look, it's not happening anymore because the batteries have the power they need. Until we can get all the warranty work done, this is going to stay right here, and we're going to keep these batteries charged via the battery charger. Now that we have the converter and the battery issue solved, we have to clear out the error on our auto level system. We're gonna make a new video on how to clear out this error, so make sure to stay tuned for that.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up.
And as always,
Live life intentionally.
Bye.